Oh, hello everyone. Welcome back to La-Mulana. I've been very irresponsible about getting optional stuff, so we're gonna do that right now. I just been, doing a little work for that money. Now, we got the Ultra Whip last time, but we didn't quite get the thing to make it powerful, so let's go do that now. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm kind of in a rush because I'm trying to beat this game in less than 10 hours for a Chivo at this point. But yeah, with the La-Mulana software we got at the Gate of Time and Bones Moving Helper, we now have the Ultra Whip. Next up is something that I should have gotten during the Palenque fight, but I had some bad video. Miracle Witch is an interesting software because depending on what software combination you give it, you could get a specific fairy to spawn whenever you want. So like, I can't remember the specific combinations, but I know if you combine Miracle with Bounce, Rand, Capstar, and Move, you should get a specific fairy. And most people usually get this just so they can clean up the key fairy unlocks. But we've been done with that, so it don't matter. Now this software that I'm getting right now is something you don't need at all, but I'm being a completionist about this game. That software we ditched at the beginning of the game? Guild. Let's get it. Guild is unnecessary. If you have eyes, you don't need the software, but hey. Guild makes a noise whenever there's a hidden store in the area, which could be useful for later puzzles, but I find that if you, like, the map software tells you where stores are, so Guild is entirely redundant. Now for the actual purpose of this video, we're gonna need to get one specific item for later videos, and since we just beat Palenque, that door opens. Welcome to the other side of the Chamber of Extinction. This area has been eluding us the entire game. Ain't nothing special. It's just 4 rooms to explore. That's just another clue telling us to seek the righteous spirit, but we've had a lot of those in Tower of Ruin and other places, so I guess they're reinforcing the idea. Now at this point I should be fighting a boss, but I realized I forgot one all very important thing. Well, not for the boss, I just forgot something that I should be doing a while back. So yeah, we're gonna take a bit of a side trip, because I gotta unlock something in the Twin Labyrinths. Now several updates ago we got the Crystal Skull, and you're thinking, well, what could a Crystal Skull do? Well, you'll see in a minute, because it's used for more than just the Chamber of Birth. Like that top rightmost room. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Also, that whip can't hit these lizards. What a punk. Now, you can't scan these skulls, unfortunately, but seeing as they're glowing crystal blue skulls, you'd figure, yep, use them. Welcome to the Dimensional Corridor. Where's our exit? Yeah, the Dimensional Corridor is kind of a dick because, well, the game specifically said Tiamat isolated this area and you're not gonna have an easy way of getting back. But then again, this game is pretty open to lying. Anyways, I just came here for the warp point. Got the warp point, time to go. Well, eventually. Save never hurt. Or did it? Now that, I really don't know why that appeared. That's way too early. I think it's probably because I activated Sean opening up the mantras tablet, so it just decided, hey, we're gonna activate now. But that's for a later puzzle, don't worry about that. Now back to what I was supposed to be doing. Yeah, weird thing about this door, you can only come in from one side, which is weird. I don't know why they decided to do that. Now, as I mentioned before, I was coming here originally to beat up a boss, so let's actually beat up this boss. Remember the tablet we found, like, way in the beginning of the game, talking about an ox and a horse? Well, I'm gonna be a cheap ass. This is ox head and horse face. They're usually hard because, well, most people are ill-prepared to fight a two-boss fight. But I'm kind of a dick. Now, the main hard part about these guys is that they're typically asynchronous and they like to throw stuff. And the most typical speedrun tactic is to just, you know, buy the gun and shoot them, but I don't care. Well, I care enough to rush this game, so whoops. I'm wasting time putting software in to make my axe better when ultimately it wasn't necessary. It went down pretty quick. Now the reason we got here is because there's an exit here that we haven't found yet. But our double jump is just too short to get up there, so what do? Well, this tablet mentions, you know, a statue that gets hostile when you attack it. And unfortunately I didn't, like, record that message, so time to make a statue mad. I think the best way to do this is to just use the dagger, because it's, well, faster. But yeah, activate Spriggan. You can't kill it, but it has a death laser, because, you know, why not? We have a giant ancient mecha, let's give it lasers. And here we go. Welcome back to the... Wait, what? Yeah, this is the reason why you have to beat Palenque, because you can't go to this path unless you open up the path in the Chamber of Birth, which leads to here. And this path leads to the isolated path in Inferno cavern. Now this is just a clue on how to activate the final boss, but it's kind of implied already, so no matter. Oh hey, money. Because I could have used that like 5 minutes ago. Well, 8. Now this part is probably the most insidious platforming in the game, because most people are going to think, oh hey, it's Mega Man Yoku blocks, I should totally use them like Yoku blocks. But you have a double jump. And we have a wall grab, so why not just do this? Whee! Also, that door doesn't open unless you beat Baphomet, so even if you, like, beat up Palenque, you still can't go here in progress. And now we have the isolated part of Tower of Ruin. Let's go, unlock something. Why not? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention those, invisible things from a puzzle a while back are here. But yeah, that seal unlocks the shortcut that we need. Now, I believe we haven't quite been here yet, so this is kind of awkward to explain how this is a shortcut. But yeah, it's a shortcut. Now here's how you're supposed to... Oh wait, right, I gotta refill my time gauge. what you're typically supposed to do in order to go to that shortcut is... There's a path in the Tower of Goddess we haven't quite unlocked yet. And you're gonna laugh when you see it, because this is something we should have locked at the beginning of the level, but I just kinda spaced out and forgot about it. Whoops, wrong turn. Now, at the beginning, when we first went to this level, we got an item that dispels goddess statues, but we completely forgot about this one. Welcome back to the Tower of Ruin again. Yeah, they say this is the last trial, but it's not. That's a lie. But yeah, after a dip in lava, we just have to unlock this door. And for some odd reason, lava doesn't hurt all that much, but fireballs do? What? That's a little weird. Now, since the beginning of the game, we've been, like, teased at the concept of Nuwa being here. And I mentioned her, before in some other videos. So, guess what it's time for? It's time for Nuwa, the, goddess of bendy straws and fireballs. She's not a particularly hard boss fight, she just likes to move. Also, she has an attack that I don't display in this video, but she summons DNA helixes to attack you, which is a little weird. And she just wouldn't do it this video, so I got bored. I can't, like, be asked to wait for this when I could get the speedrun achievement. And there we go, Nuwa's dead. No in-depth strategy. However, we do have something to get here, and it's the Djed pillar. I'm never gonna pronounce that right. And that's all for this video, but we still have to, like... We still have to figure out what these items are, because my last video got corrupted. And I'm really mad about that, so let's, end by talking to Zelpid. So yeah, the Djed pillar is meant to cast spells for the last puzzle of the game, but we can't do that quite yet. So let's ask him about the Pochette key, even though I already beat Palenque. Yeah, this is the clue that says, hey, you should use this during the Palenque fight, and I just couldn't show it. And that's all for this episode. Next up, the Dimensional Corridor.